is an American president who was the son of an African immigrant and a first lady who is a descendant of slaves. And it's extremely powerful to have them set foot on the continent of their forefathers.
All right, let's get some more on this visit. Paul Zeitz is the Executive Director of Global AIDS Alliance. He joins us live from Washington. Thanks very much for your time. A lot of people very excited about this visit in Ghana, but across the African continent, you're not quite so excited. Why do you think he's already broken campaign promises in relation to Africa?
Well, of course, we're all excited about this historic moment that your viewers just saw. Indeed, it is a historic moment, and we hope that President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama will reflect on the meaning of their policies and their budget requests, and the impact that that will have on the African people. We've all been thrilled to have a new president, a new face, and President Obama said during the campaign that his budget was a moral document, and it would reflect the moral direction of our country.
Okay, come on, let's talk figures, because there's some significant amounts of money. Let's talk about those.
Right. So during the campaign, he committed to doubling foreign aid to impoverished countries. Most of that aid goes to Africa by fiscal year 2012. There's no sign that he will do that. His budget request that he submitted to Congress on May 7th failed to ask for that increase. President Obama, during the campaign, committed to establishing a global fund for education to get every kid in school, including African children, into school. And no money for that fund was requested in his budget. And most importantly, from linking to the work that I do on HIV/AIDS, which is still spreading rampantly in Africa, 2 million people are still dying every year. President Obama committed to increasing the emergency plan for AIDS relief by at least $1 billion per year, and he flatlined that program in this recent budget request.
Okay,
so
but
he's broken
even in Africa,
promise to the people of Africa.
In terms of his approach, it seems as though it's not necessarily all about throwing lots of money at the problem. And in fact, listening to what he's saying, it seems almost the opposite, that he feels that he needs to almost strike a new deal with African leaders before anything is handed over.
Well, I think he should strike a new deal and hold African leaders accountable in terms of governance and corruption. But he's got to be held accountable, too, because he made promises and the world was watching and listening. Africans know. Africans are living because of the life-saving AIDS medicines that the United States has provided through the PEPFAR initiative. President Obama committed to expanding that program, and now as president, he's cutting it. And that's not acceptable either. So he needs to be held accountable by the African people as well.
Sure, but I mean, it wasn't the African people that elected him, it was the US citizens that voted him into office, and clearly there's a lot of priorities that must rival these when it comes to formulating a budget. I want to talk about how he can have an influence on Africa. Do you think that, in fact, this is potentially more, his attitude to Africa is potentially more important than what necessarily his financial commitment is?
I think attitude and rhetoric are fine. He's a great orator. I'm sure his speech tomorrow will be fantastic. We'll all be moved by it. But we're about action for people. We're about saving lives. And nice words will not save Africans from dying of HIV/AIDS. And I just don't think that President Obama should be given a free pass here. He needs to be held accountable, just like he's holding African leaders accountable. And just on your earlier point, I mean, American AIDS activists are outraged by Obama's broken promises on this issue. And 27 of our allies were arrested in the Capitol Rotunda just yesterday. So the welcome party here will not be so sweet as it is in Ghana, but we also call on the president of Ghana and the Ghanaian people to make President Obama think about what he's doing with his broken promises, because he's not going to be able to restore America's credibility with a good speech. It's about saving people's lives, getting kids in schools as he committed.
All right. Paul Zeitz, we'll have to leave it there, but we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Well, President Obama has flown into Ghana from the G8 summit in Italy, where the leading industrialized nations have promised $20 billion to help the world's hungry.
But many poor nations are still waiting for money promised in the past. Al Jazeera's